All right, hey sixth graders, welcome back to Misha Hansen's math class YouTube channel. Make sure if you haven't yet, subscribe and like this video if it has helped you through the lesson. So this is lesson 7.8, solving percent problems. This is the last lesson in the chapter. So next week what will happen, I'll just send out your test and that will be your assignment for the week. So there won't be any videos, I believe, as of now on if we'll do anything for the test or not. There might be IXLs to do, but there might not be any videos. I'll go YouTube live if you have any questions still, but for right now there won't be any new videos that goes with the test. Alright, so lesson 7.8, solving percent problems. Alright, a little bit of a kind of a mini example. Sloths may seem lazy, but their extremely slow movement helps them seem almost invisible to predators. Sloths sleep an average of 16.5 hours per day. To find out what percent of a 24-hour day 16.5 hours is, you can use a proportion or an equation. Okay, so to solve that, alright, we use the same equation that we used in last lesson or the last video. It would be percent over 100, remember percent always goes up over 100, equals the is number and the of number. Now, okay, with this, there isn't an is or an of in this sentence, okay? So, another way to say this is the part of the ratio and this is the whole. Okay, so the whole part of what we're looking for. Okay, so in this problem here, we don't know the percent. So that's our variable. So let's put P for percent over 100 equals the part. Now, so we're dealing with two numbers here. 16.5 and 24. Okay, which number is part of the hours? It's 16.5 because in a day, in a whole day, there's 24 hours. So then it would be 24, okay? Now we do the exact same thing we did in the last lesson, okay? We cross multiply. Now when you multiply by 100, remember, you can just move the decimal. Now you're multiplying, so you're making the number bigger. So you're moving it twice over because it's two zeros. So we have 1,650. So 1,650. And then, so since we cross multiply, now we have to divide by 24. Okay, now 24 can't go into 16, so we go 24 into 165, and I don't know that mentally, so I'll go on the side, and let's do 6. 24, 12, yep, that's what we're going to have to do, so 6. It goes into it 6 times, and that's 144. Subtract, you get 21, bring down the 0. All right, 24 goes into 210 how many times? Let's try 8 times. Let's try 8. That'd be 32, 16, 19. Yep, so it'll be 8, 192. Subtract, get 10, 8, 18, bring up the decimal, bring down a 0, 24 can go into 180, let's go, 24 can go into 180, it'll be 7 times, 28, okay, so it'd be 7, and then it'd be 12, 120 again, or not again, but 120 when we subtract. So we bring down another 0, we get 12 down here, then we get a 0, so it'd be 120. 24 can go into 125 times. So our answer would be 68 and 75/100% of the time. Okay, now that's a lot of steps. That's probably one of the harder problems you'll have in this lesson. Okay, but majority of this lesson will be written in the equation like this. Okay, so now what this is asking for, it says what percent of 90 is 45. So it's saying what percent, we don't know the percent. So then that's where our variable goes over 100. Now remember, is number is on top, of number is on bottom. Okay, so now is 45, that goes there, of 90 goes on bottom. Okay, so now you cross multiply and then divide. Well, 45 times 100 is 4,500 divided by 90. Cover up the zeros. 90 goes into 450 5 times. You get 450. Subtract, bring down the 0. Should be 50. Now don't forget, it's asking for what percent, so you have to put a percent sign on top of that. But again, your formula of percent over 100 equals is number over of number. That is your key for this week, okay? So that'll help you out immensely again. Okay, now these next few are just examples on just the same examples, okay? Now, it says 12 is 8% of what number? I always start with the percent, the left side of the proportion. So 8%, we know that, and that always goes over 100, equals, now is an of number, okay? So now it says 12 is 8%. So 12 is the is number, and then it's asking of what number? So we don't know the of number, or the whole part. So then that would be our variable. So let's go n as our variable. So now we cross multiply, which would be 1200 divided by 8. Alright, and then we solve. 8 goes into 12 once. Bring down the 0. 8 goes into 40 5 times. Goes into it evenly. Bring down another 0. 8 into 0, 0 times. So then our answer would just be 150. Okay? Again, if you have questions, don't be afraid to email me personally, or you may comment a question on this video. Okay? Example 2. Now we're dealing with bigger numbers here. So what percent of 75 is 105? Okay, so now it's asking what percent, so we don't know the percent, over 100 always, equals of 75, so your of number is on bottom, is 105. Now, when your of is number is bigger than your of number, your percent is going to be higher than 100%. Okay, so now we cross multiply, so then 105 times 100 would be 105, and then add 2 zeros, and then divide by 75. Okay, now you divide. So it would be once, bring down to 0. 75 can go into 300 4 times. It goes into it evenly. Subtract, bring down the last 0. It'll be 140%. Don't forget, because we're looking for the percent here. Okay, and like I said, if your is number is bigger than your of number, make sure your percent, it makes sense, check your answer, that the percent is higher than 100%. Alright, letter B. 48 is 20% of what number? So now we have the percent, that always goes over 100, equals, do we know the is number? Yes, we do. It is 48. So our is number is 48 because it says of what number? Well, that's your variable, okay? So then we'll put an n here. So then cross multiply, so 48 times 100, that'd be 4,800 divided by 20. Okay, now we're long division. 20 goes into 48 twice. 20 times 2 is 40. Subtract, you get 8. Bring down the 0. 20 goes into 80 4 times. Goes into it evenly. Bring down the last 0. 20 goes into 0, 0 times. So our answer would be n equals 240. And before I wasn't putting the variable. You don't have to put the variable. I'm not asking for that, but you can if you want to. Alright, last example. Alright, finding sales tax. Now this is a real life situation. You always want, well, you aren't always going to find out the sales tax. Now we have machines that do it for us. but it's always nice to know if you're thinking about buying something to put in that sales tax into your budget in real life situations. Alright, so example 3. Rayleigh bought a t-shirt with a retail sales price of $12 and paid 99 cents sales tax. What is the sales tax rate where Rayleigh bought the t-shirt? Okay, so now it's asking for the sales tax rate. Now sales tax rate, that's the percent. Okay, so and again, there is no percent in this, so we don't know the percentage. So that goes over P over 100 equals, now you don't have an of or an is number. Okay, so remember it's part and the whole. Okay, so what was the whole price of or the t-shirt without the sales tax? What was the price of the t-shirt without sales tax? It was $12. So that's your whole price. And then the sales tax, part of it, or part of your price was 99 cents. Okay, so now you cross multiply. So it'll be 99 cents times 100. Move it over 2 spots. So you have 1, 2, and you're making the number bigger, remember, so you're going to the right. It'd be 99, and then you got to divide by 12. Now how many times can 12 go into 99? 7 times, because that's 84. Excuse me, not 7 times. How about 8 times? So you try to do math mentally, it doesn't work out all the time. So then it'd be 96. We get 3. Okay, so now we're going to have to bring up a decimal, bring down a 0. 12 goes into 30 2 times. 2 times 12 is 24. Subtract, you get 6. Bring down another 0. 12 goes into 60 5 times. So then our answer would be 8 25/100% since we didn't know the percent. Okay, that's lesson 7.8 for you guys. This video shout out goes to Noah. Hope you're healthy. Hope everything's going okay. Again, anybody, and especially Noah, if you guys have questions, don't be afraid to email me or comment below on this video. All right, miss you guys. Hope to see you soon. Peace.